Hello everybody, Bill Terra here. So today, I want to talk about science. The other day, I saw a short clip of an interview with someone who had an opinion about the coronavirus. Think about that. She described herself as a doctor, a mother, and a scientist. And it struck me that quite a few doctors now identify themselves in that way. Doctors never called themselves scientists in the past. Most don't gather research and evidence, so they don't make a hypothesis and test it. They commonly use the results of science in the form of medication or other treatments. Their job is to diagnose and prescribe. But scientist has become somehow a badge of honor. Science is the language of the modern age. It's only challenged by religion in terms of popular belief. The accusation of being anti-science is the secular equivalent to the ancient curse of heresy. Woe be to those who challenge scientific opinion. The attitude of scientific certainty in all matters is unfortunately wide of the mark. Science has produced an astounding series of benefits, but it can be notoriously abused, and it can be stunningly wrong. The abuse usually comes from one of two sources. The first is the ethics of how we use new discoveries. The fact that someone has invented something or had a new insight doesn't mean we have to rush to apply it until we know what the implications of it are, until it's understood. We don't have to start marketing it right away. The second is, who pays the bill? Science can be bought and paid for to support a product or a service that turns out to be harmful or useless. We suffer from a naive belief that science will come up with a pill or a miracle cure for every problem that we face. And we give away our ability to act before we're giving expert opinion. Right? The term evidence-based is widely used now, but who decides what evidence to use? You may have noticed that most of the conflicting opinions in the present pandemic are given by scientists. The pros and cons of issues such as face masks, quarantine, infection and death rates, the wisdom of ventilation, the effectiveness of various drug cocktails, are all thrown back and forth by conflicting scientific opinions, who then inform politicians who are seeking to further their own goals. We're holding out for a medical opinion and a medical miracle. Our faith in the science takes precedence overall. But science is far from infallible. GlaxoSmithKline's diabetic drug, Avandia, was linked to thousands of heart attacks as recently as 2007. And slightly earlier in the same decade, the company's antidepressant, Paxil, was discovered to exacerbate the risk of suicide in young people. Merck's painkiller, Vioxx, was also linked to thousands of heart disease deaths. In each case, the scientific literature gave no hint of these dangers. The companies all agreed to pay huge settlements in class action lawsuits, but here's the thing. Those payments amounted to just a fraction of the profits from the drugs. They made more in the marketplace. The connections between commerce and opinion are oftentimes not questioned. Does the fact that Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx's work for organizations that promote worldwide compulsory vaccination color their opinions? I don't know for sure, but they probably do. We lack faith in our own capacity to manage our health. In fact, we oftentimes reject the idea that we can manage our own health. This is what the moral philosopher Ivan Illich had to say about this attitude. He said, the more time, toil, and sacrifice spent by a population in producing medicine as a commodity, the larger will be the fallacy that society has a supply of health locked away somewhere that can be mined and marketed. We're not aware that we are the source of health. We will never achieve health until we realize that. It's important that we not give this ability away. The ability to create and maintain health is one of the most powerful and intimate gifts we have. The present coronavirus experience should give us food for thought on this matter. All of the thousands of articles on this virus in the press, I've only seen a very few that acknowledge the simple fact that it's human interactions with animals that cause the disease in the first place. Suggestions on how to build natural immune response, first aid for respiratory relief, or foods that exacerbate inflammation are nowhere to be seen, except on the internet, in videos, or social media, oftentimes put out, and most oftentimes put out, by non-scientists. This is an important time to be aware. Be prudent and stay strong by concentrating on health and not fear and sickness. The more information and on the coronavirus, video links, online courses, blogs, books, and free ebooks, visit our website. Join the evolution. Join Marlene and I contributing to the creation of a healthy planet for all, humans and non-humans alike. Be well, and thank you for listening.